Speaking of poignant, and also this week, King Charles hosted the Black Ferns at Buckingham Palace. I don't think he was quite anticipating this.
Yeah. Why not?
Louise, royal protocol out the window, but how good was this?
Oh, it was wonderful, apart from the Kate video, which of course we all love on this show, to see the Black Ferns move in for a cuddle, and it's so natural and authentic, and the way Charles's eyes sort of light up and says, well, why not? And they move in for a cuddle, which he then, likens to being in a bit of a rugby scrum, in a beautiful, light-hearted way, but he made them feel so welcome. There was no awkwardness about it, and I do think it was charming Charles at his very best, and he said it was a real tonic and very restorative, obviously having that cuddle with the players themselves. So yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was absolutely divine. And speaking of anticipated, Pandora, Prince George had his first flying lesson this week. He's 11. Tell us about it.
Yeah, 11. He did actually have a pilot on board. An 11-year-old wasn't taken to the sky, everybody by themselves. But no, it was lovely for Prince George to follow in tradition of not only his father, but Prince Philip, as well as others within the royal family. We know they love aviation, and they also have worked in aviation. I mean, his father used to help with the air ambulance and work within that. So, yeah, massively important day for Prince George and the family. They went to White Waltham Airfield, which is just around the corner from the Windsor estate. And when Catherine and William showed up, whilst George was taken to the skies with his co-pilot, they were in shock, I think, the other people within the clubhouse looking on. But of course, they want to live as much of a normal life as possible for the children. So they want to go to these big moments for their children's lives. And this is just one of them. Whether Prince George, when he's older, is going to perhaps be following in his father's footsteps, I'm sure that would make him very proud. But it's obvious his love for aviation is already starting at a very young age and following tradition in the royal family, which is, it's lovely to see.
Yeah, it is very, very lovely. And Louise, Pandora mentioned Christmas earlier, and royal Christmas plans are already being arranged. The Sussexes are invited to Christmas in the UK, but not as yet to Sandringham. What's happened?
Well, this is interesting. So Charles Spence, who of course is Diana's brother and Harry's uncle, has invited Meghan, Harry and their children to Christmas at the Althorp estate, of course, which is where Diana's last resting place is. She's in a tomb on an island in the lake in the middle of the Althorp estate itself. So but that's the news we've had, that they've been invited there for Christmas. I do hope they go. I think they'd be crazy to knock back Charles's request to see them at the family home there. And who knows, it may even lead to some kind of reconciliation at Sandringham with the rest of the family. They've not been at Sandringham for Christmas since 2018, so I think it would be quite monumental if that bridge was built for them.
Yeah. Absolutely. And lastly, Pandora, I've only got about 30 seconds for you, but inflation is everywhere and the uniforms of the King's Guard have not been spared. How big is the hike?
We're looking at about £2,000 a piece, ladies. Very expensive, up 30% on inflation. We see these outside Buckingham Palace. We see them within all of the state events. So they are used, but the Ministry of Defence are saying that there's no other material which would be suited other than these, but obviously animal activists are saying, well, can't you find an alternative, as it's not evidently very friendly for them.
No, fair enough. Now, Louise Roberts, Pandora Forsyth, thank you so much, ladies, for joining us.